In this video, I'm going to be showing you an unbelievably simple stochastic moving average strategy that will allow you to make consistent profits trading binary options. No matter if you're a beginner or an expert trader, this strategy is for everyone. And if you're looking for a consistent, reliable strategy that's going to make you some good money, you've come to the right place. But before we get straight into the video, you're currently looking at feedback and profits made by my clients. Some of them are making $500 to $600 per day in my VIP binary option signals room. I provide the best binary option signals probably in the world. 5 signals per day, 25 signals per week, 100 signals per month. Profit is made every single day. This week alone, we got 20 out of 25 trades. I have a 75% win rate with a proven track record. We're making so much money right now and you're missing out. It's not too late to join. If you're interested in joining, it will only cost you $10 per month, which you'll probably make back with just a few of my signals. The link to my Telegram bot is in the description below. Type /start to get started with your subscription today. If the signals don't work out for you, you can cancel your subscription at any time. Okay, so let's get into some of the basics. What is the stochastic oscillator? Well, this indicator helps us identify whether the price of a security is overbought or oversold. Now, how do we know when the price is overbought or oversold? When the two lines of the stochastic oscillator are above the 80 marker over here, the price is considered to be overbought. And when the two lines of the stochastic oscillator are below the 20 marker over here, the price is considered to be oversold. Using this information, the stochastic oscillator can really help us identify trends and potential reversals. And as for the moving average indicator, it's pretty self-explanatory. The indicator shows the market's movements over a longer period of time, which can really help us identify different trends in the market. So now that you understand the basics of the indicators that we're going to be using for this strategy, we're going to go ahead and add the indicators to our chart. From here, you want to head over to the indicators, and the first indicator that we're going to be adding to our chart would be the stochastic oscillator. And the second indicator that we would be adding to the chart would be the moving average. Once you've added both indicators to your chart, it should look something like this. Now, before we dive straight into the strategy, we need to go ahead and change a couple of things. We're going to leave the stochastic oscillator as is, but we need to change a couple of settings for the moving average indicator. What you're going to want to do is click on the pencil over here. Then we're going to change the period from 10 to 50. And then we're going to change the moving average from SMA to EMA. Once you've done that, you can click on save. Keep in mind that the indicators that we've added to the chart each play a different role within this strategy. We'll use the stochastic oscillator for potential buy and sell entries, and we'll use the moving average to identify different trends in the market. So I'm currently on the 1 minute time frame. And for this strategy, we'll be using the 1 minute time frame in confluence with the 15-minute time frame. At the moment, as you know, we are on the 1 minute time frame, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch over to the 15-minute time frame. You can do this by clicking on the time frames icon over here and switching from the 1 minute time frame to the 15-minute time frame. So we are currently looking at the CAD JPY OTC currency pair, and you're probably wondering why we've switched over to the 15-minute time frame. For this strategy, we're going to be using the 15-minute time frame to identify the short to medium term trend in the market. In this case, as you can see, CAD JPY is clearly in an uptrend. Why? Well, the price is creating higher highs and higher lows. Because CAD JPY is in a short to medium term uptrend, we'll be focusing on opening buy positions only. Once you've identified the short to medium term trend in the market, we're going to go ahead and switch over back to the 1 minute time frame. So we are back on the 1 minute time frame, and we now know that the short to medium term trend on the 15-minute time frame is towards the upside. So it's very important that we see confluence, that correlation between the 15-minute and the 1 minute time frame. This is where the very first confirmation comes into play. We obviously know that the price is moving towards the upside on the 15-minute time frame. We need to see that same reflection on the 1 minute time frame. We need to see that the price is moving well above the 50 EMA. And in this example, that's clearly the case. So that would be the very first confirmation before opening any sort of trade. Now, the second confirmation we need is provided by the stochastic oscillator. Let me go ahead and expand the stochastic oscillator over here. Because the price is on an uptrend and well above the 50 EMA, we're obviously focusing on buy positions only. Because we're focusing on opening buy positions, we need to wait for one very important confirmation provided by the stochastic oscillator. We need to see that both the blue and orange lines close below the 20% marker over here. When both the blue and orange lines close below the 20% marker on the stochastic oscillator, this essentially means that the price is considered to be oversold, making this a great opportunity to enter a buy position. But it's not just about recklessly entering a buy position. We need to wait for a little more clarity. Here we can see the stochastic swiftly move to this oversold region over here. And all that we needed to wait for was the blue line to cross above the orange line below the orange 20% marker over here, which is exactly what happened. Now this is the clarity we need. Once the blue line crosses well above the orange line, this is the exact confirmation we need to open a buy position. So we would have opened a buy position on the close of this candle over here, and I think the trade would have played out quite nicely. Now, the exact same confirmations would apply when opening a sell position. So we are currently looking at the GBP/JPY OTC currency pair, and the first thing we need to do is identify the short to medium term trend in the market. To do this, we're going to jump straight over to the 15-minute time frame. On the 15-minute time frame, we can clearly see that the price is in a downtrend. Why? Well, the price is creating lower lows and lower highs. Because the price is on a short to medium term downtrend, we'll be focusing on opening sell positions only. Now that we know the price is on a short to medium term downtrend on the 15-minute time frame, we can go ahead and switch back over to the 1-minute time frame. Because we're focusing on opening sell positions only, we obviously know that the price is very much coming towards the downside on the 15-minute time frame, and it's very important that we see that exact same correlation with the 1-minute time frame. We need to see that the price is very much below the 50 EMA, and in this example, that is very much the case. Once you've identified the short to medium term trend in the market, we now need to wait for our second confirmation, which is provided by the stochastic oscillator. We need to see that both the blue and orange lines are above the blue 80% marker on the stochastic oscillator. This essentially means that the price is considered to be overbought, and this would be a good time to enter a sell position. Now keep in mind that just because both the blue and orange lines cross above the 80% marker doesn't mean you should recklessly enter a sell position. We need to wait for the blue line to cross well below the orange line before entering a sell position. In this example that I've picked out over here, the blue line crosses well below the orange line over here, making this a great time to enter a sell position. I just thought I'd let you guys know, if you're focusing on opening sell positions and you see there's a couple of candles above the 50 EMA, it's not the end of the world. You just need to ensure that the candles are not well above the 50 EMA. The same thing applies when opening buy positions, just the opposite. If there's a couple of candles below the 50 EMA, not the end of the world. You just need to ensure that the candles are not well below the 50 EMA. Okay, so let's just recap on that real quick. In order to open a buy position, we need to see that the price is in an uptrend on the 15-minute time frame. Now, the second confirmation we need is to see that the price is well above the 50 EMA on the 1-minute time frame. We also need to see that the price is oversold on the stochastic oscillator, and once the blue line crosses above the orange line in the oversold zone, we know this is a good time to buy. When it comes to opening a sell position, we need to see that the price is in a downtrend on the 15-minute time frame. Now, the second confirmation we need is to see that the price is well below the 50 EMA on the 1-minute time frame. We also need to see that the price is overbought on the stochastic oscillator, and once the blue line crosses below the orange line in the overbought zone, we know this is a good time to sell. So now that you guys understand the basics of this strategy, the ins and outs of how this strategy works, when it comes to physically opening a trade, you'll mainly be on the 1-minute time frame opening 5-minute positions. If you guys are still unsure of what's going on, what I'm going to do is get into a couple of live trades to show you guys exactly how I would trade this strategy, allowing you to get a better idea on how to trade this strategy effectively. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And that's 3 out of 3. That's how we do it. With this strategy, you can trade absolutely anything from stocks to commodities to indices to currency pairs, even crypto. If you're consistent and you stick to the rules of the strategy, you could easily make $100 per day. Yes, you heard that correctly. The strategy is that damn good. But I'd highly recommend going to check this strategy out. No matter if you're a beginner or an expert trader, this strategy is seriously impressive. But I hope you guys learned something new today, and if you did, go ahead and smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll see you in the next one.